off in week 2. This will be taken in at the 1. And help, and nothing but daylight ahead. He's at the 30, past the 20. Touchdown, Jaguars. That'll go down as a 99-yard kick return as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. So how about that? You want to talk about coming into a hostile environment and just silencing the crowd. They just did it.
Couldn't be a better start. There's no way. All week long, they've talked about having this type of a start, but I think they looked at it from the offensive team's perspective. You know, get the opening kickoff. You guys control the ball. A lot of people are now going to say, okay, now your offense, will they be out of whack? No, not at all. They're going to be absolutely happy. They're relaxed. They took care of business for them. They don't have any pressure now. They can just go play.
Yellow, collect! 180!
On first down, Mahomes. They'll set up the screen now to Kamara. A bad start there. A big loss on their first play from scrimmage. It's second down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
Yeah, that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
And I don't think this is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. This is 3rd and long. From the gun, it's Mahomes. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. A gain of 26 on the 3rd down conversion.
Yellow, 43, 43.
Mahomes to throw once more. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Josh Allen able to record his 5th sack of the season.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes, and just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, their quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
Well, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. This is going to be a good one-on-one battle to watch. Both of these guys play the game at the highest level.
Both of them are terrific competitors. They play the game with great athleticism and smarts as well.
And in this early round, the defense wins. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Play action. Now it's Mahomes. That's complete to his running back, Kamara. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. They do get 10 back, but still a ways to go on 4th.
That's certainly playing down in distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. We'll call that a 43-yard punt, 2 on the return. And it'll be Jaguar football as they take over deep in their own territory.
Let's go now. 60 Pittsburgh. Snap.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. And he will find his man on the outside. And able to get it across the 20 before they get to him. 16 yards that time on the pickup for the Jags and a 1st down. Now they can breathe a little easier, some room to operate as they've got it 1st and 10 now out past the 20. A first carry for Leonard Fournette. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. It's probably a pretty good sign here on the opening drive if your guys from the secondary are coming up and spilling things in the backfield.
How about the adrenaline and aggressiveness? that led his eyes to the backfield to run up there and make that tackle, setting a tone early for his defense.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. DJ Chark the intended target, but now it'll be third down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Now back to throw. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete.
Let's go. Let's go.
They give him 27 yards on the third down conversion.
Ready.
A couple of first downs on the drive already, as they'll go from the 47 now on first down. Now Leonard Fournette. He's got a first down and then some inside the 40. And finally brought down at the 31-yard line. That's now a pair of explosive plays in succession, both north of 20 yards. So now first and 10 in Chiefs territory, down at the 31. On the run, it's Fournette. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be second and 6.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
A well-executed 22-yard gain.
Ready. Recon, 132 fighter.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Bryce Love, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Jaguars are able to widen their lead. Extra point right down the middle. And that'll make the score 14-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. He's going to fight into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off right around the 43. And they will take over possession of the football at their 42-yard line. So good starting field position for him here as they come up first and 10 at their own 40. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
But maybe that can give him a little bit of a pick-me-up, a little bit of a jolt. One of the few things that's gone right defensively.
Because other than that, it's really been a first half to forget. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Back to throw. Looking middle, and it's incomplete.
You're down 2 touchdowns. You just know defensively you absolutely have to come up with a big play. That nearly was one right there.
Looked over at the sideline immediately after the drop and just saw the dejection. They felt it. They thought he had it. Unfortunately, couldn't come up with it. And they will finally get him down, and now penalty flags coming in as well. And they might get half the distance here to boot. So now then the penalties got him set up with a 1st and goal. Now a give running right is Love. And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line.
He's already scored once. He definitely had his eyes wide open trying to get in there a second time, but I thought that was a really nice play defensively to deny him.
Yeah, it was, as you said, keeping him away from his second first-quarter touchdown there. They keep it on the ground. This time it's Fournette. And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. So it's 3rd and goal now, and this is where the Arrowhead crowd can make it very tough. They'll try to punch it in with Fournette. And Fournette trying to power his way forward, but I don't think he got there. Only a yard that time, so now a decision to be made here on 4th and goal. And his kick here is good. And the lead will grow. It's now 17-0. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. It's what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you've got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now, and I'm going to take it into the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try and move the football.
Now a throw for the All-Pro Kelsey is complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It'll go as a gain of 10 and a Kansas City first down. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Working from the gun, Mahomes. Complete, the tight end Kelsey. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. Calling a loss of 2 on the play. And that'll make it 2nd and 12. Mahomes now to throw. And that going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now Mahomes. Incomplete. He had his hands on it but couldn't pick it. But it's now 4th down. More problems here on 3rd down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on 3rd down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right.
And now look at him go. The 40, 20, 10, touchdown, Jaguars. Leonard Fournette, an 80-yard touchdown. And the Jaguars are able to widen their lead. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a second one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdowns scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Typically down to the first half, I might say, oh, you at least need a field goal out of this drive, but they're down to the point where they need a touchdown, don't they?
Yeah, normally, you know me. You've been around me for a while now, right?
Unfortunately.
I'm sorry about that. But normally, I'm the one preaching patience.
Yeah.
You know, take your time, first half, you still got a chance. I think they're out of patience here. This has to be a drive that gets a touchdown. So if you're the play caller, you're going to that portion of the sheet that says big-time plays, specials, anything you can use to get yourself back into it.
Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
3 scores down, not even a halftime yet. They are not getting much generated offensively. They've got to figure it out.
It's tough because this defense just seems to be playing with so much confidence right now.
They really are. They are on their toes, and they're getting at them.
A very good return that time. 18 yards. And the Jaguars go on offense, first down and 10. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense? Blitz coming, and down he goes.
How about that? One of the so-called little guys putting the pressure on. That was a strong safety. When I was in college, we often called that a lightning blitz.
Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a second down and 17. Fournette running right. A Jacksonville first down on a pickup of 17. Well, he's broken off some big-time runs here in this first half.
Yeah, and let's just face it. When you go into a game, you think you've got the plays that are going to work, but when you actually get out there and they're starting to happen, your confidence rises, and he's running with terrific ability right now.
That's going to be caught, and he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. A big play there. His second touchdown on the season as his guys continue to pour it on. Extra point splits the uprights, and the route is on here in this first half. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And still no points on the scoreboard. You're coming off of the 3 and out. They're just looking for anything to grab onto right now. He's got a man, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. An excellent pickup of 34 yards. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up first and 10. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. Pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44. Miles Jack. The blitz works to perfection as he gets in there to dump him for a loss of 8. Throwing on second and long. Mahomes. And he will find his man on the end route. Complete. And the Jags grab it. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. Charles, he lost a fumble last week as well, so now back-to-back weeks, maybe you expect that from your tailback, but not him.
You're exactly right, because you work a lot with your running backs about how they have to protect the ball in traffic, but downfield in open space, that's dangerous as well, because you may make someone miss, and they're flailing.
He's got daylight. Touchdown, Jaguars. A big play there. With his second touchdown here in this first half, as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Point after, right down the middle. And the route is on here in this first half. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is taken at his 4. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
From the 34 now, here's first and 10. Here's Kamara off the draw. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing, often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Mahomes going to pull it out and keep it himself. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. And they will elect to decline the penalty.
Everything turned out the way they wanted it to. No sense in even having to take that one, hence the decline.
The Chiefs on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. Here it's 3rd and 3. Following the penalty, it's Kamara. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down. Here we go, 4th down, Mahomes. And it's complete to Kelsey. And he brings this up to the 46, good enough for the first. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert. Mahomes now 10 of 16 throwing the football. It's 1st and 10. They'll run on 1st down. Ross. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
I got you, boy. I got you, boy.
On 2nd down, it's Ross. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. The tally there, minus 2 yards, brings up 3rd down.
15. Attack.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in his 2nd week of the regular season. It's Kelsey on the ground. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 41-yard line. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Here's Mahomes to throw. He's got a 1st down or more inside the 30. And finally taken down at the 30-yard line. An 11-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Chiefs 1st down. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Throwing now is Mahomes. That's to his running back. It's Alvin Kamara. Give him 15 yards on that one. Kansas City has a 1st down. A first trip to the red zone for KC. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 15. To throw, it's Mahomes. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. That 1st down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7, Kamara. And here he'll get it down to the 7. It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the 1st down marker, and now it's 3rd down. Here's Kamara trying to run for it. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Alvin Kamara in the final seconds of the first half as they are now on the board here in the first half. And that's a critical touchdown. I don't want to be too hyperbolic or whatever, but they needed some points on the board before halftime.
They certainly did, and, you know, it's not going to erase everything that happened in the first half. Look, they got outplayed. There's no question about that. But now it gives them a chance to regroup, feel a little bit better about themselves. And how many games have we done where we've seen everything flip when another half begins? And by the way, did you say hyperbolic?
I did. Well, thank you. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel
thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Juan Thornhill. And he will be brought down as time is now run out on this first half of action. So we've reached halftime here in what is quickly turning into quite a rout. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for him. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11.
Watch the slant.
Mahomes going to throw. He's going to fire one deep left sideline. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off around the 27. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. They'll run it again with Fournette. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Back to throw here. Throwing left side, it's complete. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
You ain't doing nothing today.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. 2nd and 9 now. Flush to his right. That's to his running back, Leonard Fournette. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 39.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
On first down, here's Love. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That's good for 21 yards and a first down. They'll run again with Love on first down. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. Bryce Love, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon as his guys continue to pour it on. Extra point right down the middle, and that will extend this big lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, wake up. Yeah. Let's get moving, guys.
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually.
You think you might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off at the 45. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. This D wanted to put it away before we even get to the fourth quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead will swell by one more. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And fresh off the pick six. They've got to forget about that quickly. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Miles Jack picks up his second sack of the afternoon. That's number 4. Sack number 4. They had 4 last week, so he's been down on the ground a lot.
Partner, they say the eye in the sky does not lie. And that's indeed the case because they watched the game tape from the previous week, incorporated it into their own defensive scheme, and continued to get after this quarterback.
And now this defense will be searching for sack number 5. Now left side on the swing pass. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up third down. Now that screen there on second down certainly didn't develop how they had hoped. Is that one they should have even tried, or is that one the quarterback sticks in his pocket?
I think the latter. I like what you said there because trying is one thing. We can second guess just about every call. But in this case, when you realize that it's broken down, just throw it at the feet of your intended receiver so that no one can pick it off, right? You don't have the ball tipped up in the air, and you come back and try and pick up the first down on third down. That way you don't lose any yardage.
It's fourth down.
Mahomes and the offense staying out there. They'll go for it on fourth. They do go for it. It's Mahomes. The tight end Kelsey has it over the middle. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give him 15 yards on that one. Kansas City has a first down. Throwing on first down is Mahomes. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Josh Allen in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down. From the gun on third down, Mahomes. And that is incomplete.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man-on-man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Still just the third quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on fourth. Looking to throw is Mahomes. And he'll return this one just shy of midfield to the 49. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the second week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Fournette. And he works his way forward for about 4 up to the midfield stripe.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And he finds Hamilton. That's complete. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. That one good for a gain of 13 for Jacksonville and a first down. Fournette, a first down carry. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. We're back now in KC. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. Again, it's Fournette. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Leonard Fournette with his second touchdown of the afternoon as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Point after, right down the middle. And that will extend this big lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. From the 31, Mahomes, wide open receiver, complete. That one good for 12 yards into Kansas City first. On first down, Mahomes. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Chiefs first down. Mahomes now on first down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's second and 11. Now here's Mahomes. His throw incomplete. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense is well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
And he can only manage to take this thing to the 38, well shy of the first down. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a fourth down. Their already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on fourth down. Mahomes throwing on fourth. He'll let this go for the end zone. And this is going to be incomplete. The Chiefs tried it, but they're turned away on fourth down. And the Jaguars are going to take possession here on the turnover on downs. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll start out on the ground. It's Leonard Fournette. Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
The Jags picking up the first down there, a gain of 12. Well, that looked like an example of what you said back in the first half. A running back of his size can really wear down a defense. I think he's starting to do that.
I think you're exactly right. And know what else he's doing? He's inspiring the rest of his team because they see this starting to happen as well. So that means they're going to redouble their efforts to help him out. Extra blocking, getting downfield, helping him out.
That one good for a gain of 13 for Jacksonville and a first down.
First down, Jacksonville.
They'll run with Love. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
You can't block me. You can't block me. You can't.
On second down now, it's Johnson. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. So the face mask, quite a blessing there as they'll start out of harm's way with a 1st and 10. Following the penalty, it's Johnson. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow him down.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. And his kick is good. And that will just add 3 more to a lead that's already out of hand. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Well, sometimes teams want to do that, and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team, and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. 2nd and 3. Wide open receiver complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 18. Operating from the red zone now, Mahomes. That's complete to his running back, Kamara. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. Call it a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll make this a second down. They'll look to throw here. Out of the backfield, that's complete to Kamara. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. They had the catch on second down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at third down here. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory, and the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week, we'll just keep winning.